Breville makes some extremely popular consumer-level espresso machines. However, in terms of the overall workflow and shot quality, there are a few accessories that can make a world of difference. Now, I am not in any way telling you to go out and buy every single one of the accessories that I'm about to mention, but pinpointing which ones will address certain weak areas in your existing workflow can make a huge difference for relatively little money. I've also tried to structure this video in a way such as the ones that I find most effective come first, and then as we progress towards the end of the video, they fall more into the nice to have category. As always, all of the accessories that I'm about to mention will be linked down in the description below so that you can check your own local pricing. Let's jump into it. If I had to pick only one accessory from this entire list, it would without hesitation be a dosing cup. Grinding directly into a portafilter can be a slightly messy affair even on dedicated grinders, but the built-in grinders on Breville machines are very messy. A dosing cup will not only completely eliminate runaway grinds from your drip tray and countertop, but also allow you to shake out any clumps before putting the grounds into your portafilter. This one is designed specifically for Breville machines with a 54mm opening and a built-in tab to start and stop the grinder. Speaking of clumps, Breville grinders are also known to have some clumping issues, which can lead to channeling if they're not properly broken up before tamping the puck. This leads to my second most recommended item, a WD-T tool. While shaking in a dosing cup will help, the thin needles of a WD-T tool allow you to take your grinds from this to this by cutting through any boulders, while still being thin enough to not introduce new air pockets of their own. Now, I will leave one linked down in the description below, but also be aware that if you just want to give this technique a try, these are pretty easy tools to DIY. I did an entire video showing several different techniques that I'll leave linked up here. Now that you have mess-free and clump-free grinds, you want to make sure that the rest of your setup can keep up in terms of consistency, starting with the filter basket. Now you might be asking, how can you possibly improve on a metal basket with some holes punched in the bottom? Well, much like grinds with clumps in them, a filter basket with unevenly sized or unevenly spaced holes can lead to uneven flow across the puck surface. Aftermarket precision filter baskets, such as those from IMS, are made with far higher precision than the ones that come with the machine. It may not be visible to the naked eye, but it's definitely something you'll notice in the improved consistency with respect to both the flow and final taste in the cup. This next item will not make your espresso better on its own. Its goal, besides looking good on Instagram, is to allow you to see and evaluate what's going on with your shot as it progresses. With a traditional portafilter, a lot of valuable information is hidden away from view. Is the shot running all through the back of the portafilter because you tamped unevenly? Is there squirting because you left a large air channel? Is it starting around the perimeter because the puck is too dense? These are all things that you're going to be able to see with a bottomless portafilter, and it will also allow you to see some of the benefits that the other items on this list are providing. The next item is something that you might be surprised to see so low down on this list, but I did that intentionally to really drive home the magnitude of the improvements that can be made through better grinds preparation and flow consistency on their own. Once you have perfectly distributed grinds and a good quality filter basket, you'll notice that exact tamping pressure doesn't really play as big of a role as you might have initially thought. What does matter is achieving a perfectly level tamp. If that's something you struggle with, then a self-leveling tamper might be worth looking into. Two styles I can recommend are puck tampers and this style of more traditional looking tamper with a leveling collar. Next up, we have an item that will be a very nice addition for those of you who currently use a single dosing workflow. A few months ago I did some testing and found that the retention of the Breville grinders was around 1 gram, which means that each time you grind, you're getting 1 gram of old grinds along with the fresh beans you just ground. To get around this, you can grind a few grams each morning to flush out those stale grounds, or you can use a single dosing hopper like this to make sure that there are no grounds stuck in the first place. Using these bellows, I saw the retention drop from 1 gram all the way down to just 0.2 grams, which means that you get more accurate doses and you don't leave behind any grinds to get stale. And finally, I thought we would end on a bit of a fun note with a product that is firmly in the nice to have category and is not at all a necessity. A metal steam lever to replace the somewhat uninspiring stock plastic knob. I suppose an argument could be made that it makes the knob easier to turn, which it does, but But let's be honest, this is 100% about the appearance and fun factor. Just be aware that the installation process will require some tools. And that's it. Those are our 6 must-have and 1 nice-to-have espresso accessories for Breville machines. If you're shopping for a gift for someone or even for yourself, these are all going to make great options. However, do remember that I did try to order them from most important down to the nice-to-have ones. Again, all of these items are linked down in the description below. If you've enjoyed this video, please leave us a like and even consider subscribing if you want to see some more like it in the future. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.